I think that they do it in a way so that they can get the most they can from the water column.
Cool.
I think.
Mahalo kukui.
Yeah, I wonder if they spiral the opposite direction in the southern hemisphere.
that is a great question.
Oh my goodness.
And they'd be straight at the equator.
So if anybody from the southern hemisphere is watching, if you guys want to send out another ROV and tell us what you see, that would be great.
Yeah, I think Coriolis only works for moving things.
We do have a comment from Australia. I won't butcher their accent because it's beautiful. It says, "Good day from Australia, and thanks for the privilege of joining you all during this voyage. Johnston area has a long history in regards to military testing. What chances of coming across some evidence of that on the bottom in this area? So what are the chances? Thanks again and have a bonza day." Do we have any chance of finding any military? Oh, maybe Yvonne, you would. That could be. So the question was, what are the chances of coming across some evidence of military testing on the bottom in this area?
Yeah, I don't think any of us actually know that. There's a lot that took place during the military era that was pretty much internal. We do not know a lot about what was done in such a vast area in the Central Pacific around Johnston, but we do know a lot about what happened within a few miles from Johnston and on Johnston itself, but outside of a perimeter so big of 200 miles outside of Johnston is hard to know, but
right,
if we do, we're definitely documenting.
Right, we would definitely log it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yvonne. All right, and so I have a question for our pilots. Whenever you are ready, please let me know.
Sure.
Okay, so it says, "Hello, I was wondering if the bright headlights have any effect on the fauna down there. They seem to be completely unaffected, but being adapted to the dark, this light must be weird for them."
It's a bit more of a science question.
Okay, I'm going to shift it back up to row 2.
I can confirm they have lights. Yes, we have lights.
So the thought is that they pretty much get instantly blinded by these lights. Not necessarily permanently, but just like while we are shining the lights at them, they're adapted for very, very low light conditions. Most of the time they're just seen bioluminescence, which is not very bright. So they're probably, as soon as the lights turn on, they're probably not seeing anything. But they have a lot of other ways of sensing that the ROV is there with sound, vibrations.
Right, we were talking about that. Yeah, the vibrations.
So, they still know we're here, even if they can't necessarily see.
Yes.
And so some of them are probably going to swim away from the vehicle. A lot of the fish, especially generally the more mobile animals, some of them are going to swim away. Some of them might be attracted. It's hard to know, how many things we're not seeing because of how much noise and lights the ROV is making. But we have other ways of sampling those kind of animals.
Right. Oh, nice. Thank you, Liz.
Yeah, the interesting pattern in the ripples here. They're going in all sorts of different directions.
Oh, yeah.
You see some of the black materials kind of stuck in the low areas. So we have another bamboo coral coming up, maybe.
Oh, and something on the left.
No, dead ahead. There's one.
So, Rob, I'm going to hand this one to you. Well, I think it could be for both you and Liz. It's got
there's something special in the sand there.
So, how deep is the submersible right now?
Like
we're at about 2,300 meters.
Yeah, do you want to zoom on that?
Would it be pitch black without
Which
light?
part? The corals or
the thing in the
sand?
Yeah, the sand.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that?
Looks like it could be a mushroom coral.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, mushroom coral.
But I don't know.
No.
Like a squashed one, you assume?
Dunlopped over.
Yeah. Maybe it's different.
Yeah, and at this depth it would be pitch black.
Oh, that's
is that
different.
correct, Liv?
Thank you.
Liz?
Yeah, there would be bioluminescence, but no sunlight from surface waters.
Okay.
And then, of course, do you ever see any animal life down there? Yes, we do. We see a lot of
See it right
animal
here.
life.
Right here.
Yes, we're seeing one right now that you can see on our. Is that a
Something underneath
part
there?
of a?
Maybe a brittle star?
No. Brittle star?
Maybe. I mean, it looks like the legs of one, yeah. Oh, sorry.
It looks like
That's what I say.
anemones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You think it's a mushroom coral?
I don't.
It
It
does
looks
look
very
like
different.
Yeah, it
an
Than,
does look-
unhealthy one.
yeah, it doesn't have like that stalk,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it could be squished down. But I don't know. It doesn't look quite like a mushroom coral.
It looks like it broke off. Or
Yeah,
I wonder
its
what the
polyps
other
are
side.
in the sand, which isn't probably
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Come wide, please.
Well, Steve 2 minutes ago wrote hermit crab with zoanthid associate, but
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
is that what it is?
I can get maybe just a quick pass-by zoom on these things, and I have to go on the things on the
You
rock.
can see the ripple patterns in the Atlanticam.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
really
was
wild.
going for.
Yeah. Almost feels like a one of the Japanese Zen garden things.
Yeah,
If we're picking up too much speed,
It's a
I
nice
can have
little
the boat
assortment.
stop and go.
Yeah.
on this rock.
Sorry, say that again?
I said if we're picking up too much
Oh,
speed,
yeah,
I
this
can have
is
the boat
lovely.
stop and go.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
It's okay. I just gonna get a
We're
little
good. We got time.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Just catching up to you now.
bit. Gonna
There's a lot of
I'll
life
let you
over
pick
there.
the zooms for ID.
Are those all
Okay.
coral?
The,
Different.
the front two definitely are. I have a
Is
kiss in
the
the back
back one a crinoid or another? It looks like a.
I think
Can we get a
they're-
zoom on this one?
Yeah, all three of them I think
Ooh,
are coral.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you,
quick
Tyler.
little- Okay. And video zoom.
Oh, so
Something in
beautiful.
there.
Squat lobster?
You see segments on that?
Is that a sea star on
Sorry.
it?
No, that's definitely not a bamboo.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Huh.
Golden?
Oh, that could be.
It could
yeah.
be. It looks like
got
kind of
that-
like Chrysogorgia. Like it's
Yeah.
very fine.
You
And it's
said
got
a
that
golden
yellow
coral?
kind of.
And then the one in the back, thanks Val, it could
Can
be
you come wide just a
Metallogorgia.
smidge? Thank you.
Oh,
Let's see if I can
thank you.
go a little slower. Do you have what you need, Science? Or do you need more polyp shots?
Sorry?
Do you have what you need for zooms?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, please come wide. Gracias.
Oh, it's a hermit crab with a zoanthid or an enemy on its backpack. Oh,
Yeah.
cute, a backpack.
Yeah, that's what Steve had said.
My first thought looking
Confirm.
at that one in the back is it looks like a truffula tree.
Looks like a what?
Truffula tree.
Oh.
You know how it's like the tiny little stalk and then a big puff on top.
Let me check my
Okay.
camera. I moved it around.
Atalanta's getting a little ahead of you.
Yeah.
Looks like Steve and Val are
gonna
having
skedaddle.
an argument online here.
Oh. Okay, now I definitely
out.
have a pilot question coming up. So pilots, please let me know when you're ready.
Sure, fire away.
Gucci.
Okay. What are the two dots that Herc projects? Are they used to gauge distance?
Well, their size. They're a size reference. So they're two laser dots that are spaced 10 centimeters apart.
Oh.
So then with that known distance, you could have a relative scale to the things that we're looking at.
Okay. You want me to take a picture?
No, that's fine.
And then are night vision cameras not pertinent when diving in such dark places? I might.
I think you need some amount of light for those to work. And as I said, there's no sunlight. That makes it to the
190,
step.
right? Yeah.
So it would be kind of. We would.
I don't.
There'd be no need.
I don't think it would
Wouldn't
show
work.
you a lot. There are
Right.
special cameras that are. Oh, there's a fish. We could get a
Hey.
zoom on that.
Josh, can you give me 190?
Aren't night goggles infrared too? So you need a. Everything's
Sure.
probably the same temperature down here.
Hard to
really
say, you mean
close.
That's a
No,
good
aren't
point. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Oh.
heading 190.
Sure. I think they want to look at that fish over
I'm
there.
working on it.
So I wonder if this area would be nice for a core.
Yeah.
I'm determined to get Liz a core sample.
I think it's going to be the same issue. I think it's going to be too sandy
Yeah.
again.
Right.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
geez, sorry. Lo siento.
It was cool though.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a few more questions coming in for our pilots and our scientists, I do believe.
Yes, we do.
Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So our first question is, do you have measurements for pressure down there? And how many times
fish is
more
in your other
pressure
camera.
is at the seafloor than on the water surface?
Oh, the front row, you want to take that?
We have pressure sensors. Our Paro is a pressure sensor, which tells us it calculates our depth.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'd have to calculate the,
Right.
there's not a number here.
Sponge. Shrimp sponge.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then
I like the little shrimp.
where's the shrimp? Oh, I like that aerial shot from Atalanta. That's pretty. And then here's another question. If you shut the lights off, would you see any bioluminescence? Have you ever turned the lights off before?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've done lots of experiments with bioluminescence and really low light cameras and power sensors, things that detect and measure ambient light.
Oh.
And some of them are really sensitive, so we even have to turn or cover some of our little LEDs inside the junction boxes that are on when the power is on. You have to like cover those up. And so even though we can't see anything, those cameras can pick up ambient light measurements.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Those little dandelion jellyfish that we were
Yeah, sea
seeing the other day,
dandelions.
yeah, so those
Where?
bioluminesce, and we've tried to take photos of those in the pitch black.
Do
Oh.
partial
So
zoom.
Get it all, get it in view of the camera as best you can, and then hold steady, and then turn all the lights out, and then try and take a
Oh.
Do
photo
you
of
have a
it.
friend?
So
Have you captured some good shots?
yeah, we'd like
Cool.
turn all the lights out, wait for a bit, then strobe for a second, just a little flash of light, and then you can the camera would pick up some of the bioluminescence.
Okay.
Wow.
Come on.
Cool. Thank you, Josh.
I gotta go.
Yeah, you're a bit behind.
Must go. If my dad's listening, he would say, "Giddy up." He's not a cowboy. He's just my dad.
My dad would say, "Let's blow this popsicle stand."
Dads are the best.
Thanks, man.
My dad is the best.
You're not.
Um,
You don't count.
Let's stick with dads are the best.
What's my what's my
I don't know.
Ooh, look.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, it's just cool.
It was a-
People, bye. See you later.
Just a little bit. I've given you a very important task.
Not the crafty. Maybe.
Oh,
It turned
yeah.
yellow. That's good.
What'd you say?
Oh, it turned yellow.
Yeah,
That's a good sign.
that's better.
Just thinking about
I
it.
like green.
Something in kiloohms.
Okay. Penny's in the Zoom bank.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about these nodules, Rob?
I don't think they're nodules.
Oh.
It's dust.
What do you
They-
think they are? Trash.
I think they're just shards of, those actually might be biological, little bits of biology in there.
Oh.
Because they look like they're pretty light, and they're kind of in the low areas, I think. Or they could be little bits of rock, too.
Like forams or something?
No, I think they're more, I don't know.
I think
I
they'll
think
make.
probably little bits of rock, probably.
Think they'll make eventual
what's
sand
it-
or no?
Did I turn myself off? Oh, no, here I am.
So I just followed up on the
We got
pressure.
another tube worm
Oh,
here, it
yeah.
looks like.
The pressure at this depth is about 220 times what you'd be at the surface.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Rob.
So is this tube worm
Okay, zoom.
bending the direction of the current that you would expect? Well, now it's bending a different way. but-
Actually, no, this is correct. I mean, we're heading from north to south. And this area, the currents would be from the
you can
northwest
see.
to the southeast generally in this area,
Hmm.
based on the models. And might expect the currents here to be a little stronger than what we've seen.
Yeah, you can
Why is
really
that?
see more movement
Yeah.
in the water column, or, above that tube worm there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that it's flexible, so it's
Mhm.
moving around.
Does it have spicules the way a sponge does?
No, it's going to be actually made out of protein.
Oh.
Proteinaceous.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Kylie.
So I have a question for Liz. Did
Okay.
do
Why?
are echinoderms pointy, or
That was nice.
do they hurt
That was really
when you touch the spines?
Yes.
Yep, I can confirm. even that deep sea urchin, it's pretty
really?
painful.
Oh.
That's what the spoons are for, huh?
Yep, I know that now.
That falls under my grandfather's "Well, you live and learn."
Yep, I was doing experiential science.
There you
I
go.
was
There you go.
I was analyzing it with all of my senses.
Very good. That's very important.
How was
Engaging all of
dissecting
them.
it? Were you able to avoid
It's
it while
good,
dissection?
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
no, they're.
Yeah.
It was a really good one.
Okay, great. Video zoom.
Yeah, what is the up here? Oh,
Oh my god.
sorry, never mind.
Oh, I want. Oh, the stuck crinoid.
Oh, okay,
Gosh.
yeah.
Is that a little?
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're pointing
Oh,
at.
Yeah.
I can go
It's
for that in a
crinoid.
second.
Good eye.
Okay.
That was a
Oh, pretty.
Beautiful.
look at his little. It looks like a
Nice.
snowflake.
So the craft, Kylie.
Raj.
The craft was giving us a ground fault,
Oh, okay, thank you.
but we might be able to exercise it out.
Okay. Let's go get that pink looking thing, yeah? I'm gonna turn on porch to get some underneath light.
Want that? There you got it.
Okay.
Is that another
Yeah, there's a
crinoid?
star down there.
Sorry, I'll give you the zoom in 1 second. Okay, I think
Okay.
I'm golden now. Go ahead and zoom. What are you?
What?
Ooh, what is that?
What is that?
Sorry.
Is it a shrimp? But like kind of trans.
It's very full.
No.
I was
It
thinking
looks like a
tunicate.
Tunicate,
literal,
yeah.
and it's falling down.
That's a nice view of it,
Yeah,
too.
because you can see the
You can see the gut tract.
the gut.
It looks like the gut track is
Huh.
smooshed down
So
to
it's
the
not
bottom.
an idarian because they don't have that.
That's so weird.
It's not a baby cuke?
No,
No?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
It wouldn't be anchored to the rock that way.
Right.
Steve's typing.
Sorry about the bumpy camera.
So weird how he's so clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, come on.
Do you think it's alive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It
it looks
is?
like it's
Okay.
been eating.
It was.
It's full.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Let's see what we got
So-
in there.
Yeah, so Kylie, it looks like we're kind of near some rocks that are in place. I mean, whenever
Yeah.
you want, if you get yourself situated with the Atalanta and everything, we see something that's gettable,
Okay.
because this looks kind of tough in here, but I think we're near some real outcrops instead of just stuff falling down.
Okay.
Yeah, more that's just a rock. We're more sand right after this.
See
rock
my
here.
Atalanta view now?
Wow.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
This is a very
So-
in-place rock.
It's someplace.
I think you kind of looked it up.
Thanks.
No problem. Well, when I do see a rock,
Yeah.
I'll, well,
Yeah. I'd rather wait till we get something a little more in place instead of just tumble down the slope here.
okay.
Well, these are nice.
I'm gonna get going actually.
Yep, me getting behind.
Yeah.
We're already seeing a lot more stuff than we've seen in the past.
Yeah. But we started right at the prime time depth.
Right when we keep leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of scour around this rock too from the currents, the one above us, the top of the screen. It's an erosional scour as the water comes around it. Yeah, you can see how it, around the base of it.
I think it was a sea cucumber.
Where?
Oh no, sorry, the
Oh.
one we saw before.
It was, hey?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like the mouth, like you could kind of see like I was envisioning it, and maybe I was making it up in my head, but I thought you could see like the front mouth parts.
Yeah.
That was at the lower part?
I'm not getting a perfect ID, but I think that's what it was.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry, did you get the, yeah, you got it.
Is the porch light still on?
Yeah, sorry, I'll turn that
I'm
on.
just getting a lens flare.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we may not get to the top of this peak, but we're heading up this little cone or conical shaped feature off to the northeast of the summit. But we'll probably work our way up that during our watch. It would be interesting to see what's on top of that cone.
Here?
That's it, yeah. At waypoint 3.
Sounds good.
Just keep scooting ahead.
Roger, I was gonna lateral through it. So I could something to look at instead of all the sand.
Sure.
All right, I have a question for our scientists.
45 degrees.
How do you decide what to collect as a specimen? Like, if there's multiple of a certain type of organism rock, other item to sample, is there a way you determine one of them?
So the goal for this this expedition and this dive is to collect. There's a few different objectives, but to collect anything that's potentially new or unusual.
Okay.
That's one of them. As well as to try to get something that might be hard to identify otherwise, just through images.
Thank you, Liz.
And for the geology, what we're trying to do is we want to try to find rocks. This is probably a really old seamount, 80, 90, 100 million years. That what we want to do is find a rock that potentially is big enough that it doesn't have so much manganese coating, and there may be some sort of fresh minerals inside that we can use to do geochemistry and to date.
Okay.
So we want them to be kind of in place, or right as close to where they were formed as possible. So right now, a lot of the stuff we see here is just kind of stuff that's tumbled down from above.
Okay.
So it's not in place or near its origin.
Oh, right, like you were saying before, it was they'll fall into
Yep.
these. And then I have a question in regards to the manganese coating. What does that tell you, or why would you not want to have a rock with the manganese coating as opposed to having the manganese inside, if I'm understanding it correctly?
Well, I mean, it's one of these cases where one person's noise is another person's signal.
Oh,
If you want to study
okay.
manganese coating, you want the rocks with the manganese
Then you want
coatings.
the, I see, so for your...
Yeah, but for here, the older it is, typically the thicker the manganese coating.
Got it.
And the longer it's exposed to the seafloor, the more likely it's going to be weathered by seawater intrusion and these sorts of things. So.
Oh. Thank you, Rob.
Sure.
I learned so much. Okay, we have We have another question here from Kelsey in North Carolina. And I think our pilots perhaps could answer this, or we may be able to answer this here in the back row as well. What is the maximum speed of the Herc ROV?
Cool.
Go heels. I don't know.
What's the fastest I can go? Like
What
what's
is the fastest you can
yeah, like with the ship, I can tow as fast as. Just kidding.
We can definitely do a couple of knots for short periods of time.
Okay.
But the ship, we're sort of limited by, in this two-body arrangement, we're limited by the ship's ability to move forward. There's a lot of drag with all the cable in the water.
I see.
So probably a knot and a half would be typical if we were trying to transit kind of thing underwater with the ship and the ROVs in the water at the same time.
Oh.
But for short bursts, it could probably go like 2 or 3 knots.
Wow. And is that fast for ROV?
It's typical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we get a zoom on this crinoid here?
Thank you.
Sure. Quick zoom. Okay. Video zoom.
Oh, he's big.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh, pretty.
Beautiful.
Nice. And none of those snails there. Snail free.
You see a snail?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Not on this one. Yeah. And Kylie, I'm not sure if you're ready, but there looks like a lot of angular rocks here.
Oops. Come wide.
Bottom of this talus slope. So if there's anything that looks juicy or gettable, or if the vehicle's in the right location.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to scoot and get ahead.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
then once we get ahead, then we can start looking.
Perfect.
Okay, so no zooms for a minute.
Okay.
And then as soon as we get some pennies, we'll take a free rock. I'm coming up. It's like an elevator. One time I gave myself vertigo doing this.
Oh, no.
I did.
Steep cliff here.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking we
Dang.
had a bit of a ways before we got to the steep part.
We're entering like semi-steep.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
For sure. There's a steeper part.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting looking lava flow right there. You see the almost vertical?
Mm-hmm.
There's a solid massive piece kind of going down. Yeah, this is just the end of it there.
Is that a chrysogorgia? Ooh, and like a stalk here, dead stalk of something.
See the contacts on either side of it there.
Josh, Rob, what do you think about a rock here?
Nope.
No? Roger.
You're right below me. You got to get ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, these all look intact too. Real tough to, a tough getter.
More pennies. Roger.
A new question came in, and
Gonna
that
reset
is,
your DVL 'cause it got pretty
what
far
are
off.
waypoints and how are
okay.
they chosen?
Yeah, Roger.
Okay.
I don't think it likes
Well,
cliffs.
waypoints are ideas of where we want the ROV and the ship to go. And so what we do is we pull up the bathymetry and then come look at the currents and features like that and try to identify where we can optimize our survey. And one is to hit some low areas and also hit the high areas, some steep areas where we might see a lot of corals or biology, and then work our way to the summit where there's a good chance they'll have a lot of biology at the top.
I will say, I read the dive plan and I saw the slope, but it didn't feel like it was going to look like
No.
this.
But these are all lava flows like that.
Great
And
view.
they're just
So cool.
gorgeous.
So square and
Yeah.
angular.
Well, it's like, you know, lava flow after lava flow after lava flow on top of it.
Just stacking them. My goodness.
Uh-oh.
Mute yourself.
Okay. Let's,
Ooh, look at the stuff on the bottom side of the
Oh,
rock.
yeah, this is
Oh,
pretty
wow.
rich.
There's a lot of sponges in that one area.
Yeah, it is.
Is this Niskin-worthy, Liz?
Yeah, I
Where
think
are you
so.
in the water
They probably
column?
haven't taken any yet.
is that a sea cucumber in the water flying?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Let's,
Would be able to zoom on that?
yeah, let's zoom on that, please. Okay.
What? Oh, he's just.
It almost looks like the gummy squirrel with the sail.
I was saying it was a flying purple squirrel.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
I can't tell from this angle. Or is it just
I think it
coral
might be
floating
like a
away?
siphonophore or something.
Yeah, oh, look at you can see the little things inside moving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a siphonophore.
That is sort of what the sea dandelions look like, but much smaller.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a great
cool.
shot.
It's a false
Nice.
gummy squirrel.
Is that what they call them, gummy squirrels? No.
That's our common name for some of the cucumbers.
Oh, look
yeah,
at
that's a
that.
beautiful shot.
Whoa.
Give us a number 3 on this siphonophore.
Wow.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, so you can see the swimming bells
Yeah.
up top. And then the ones on the bottom, that's what they would actually like feed with. So that's a colonial organism. So a lot of individuals working together.
What is it called again?
That's correct.
Okay, come wide.
Mute myself.
Gotta go.
On that siphonophore, why is it dark purple kind of in that one section and then clear all of?
Yeah, so the dark purple, those are the individuals that are involved with feeding.
Oh.
And so they've got like the guts, or sort of guts,
Oh, okay.
all of that kind of digestive equipment and all of that. Whereas up top, they're clear because all they do is swim.
Oh.
That's their whole job.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Liz.
That was good flying, though. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's a beautiful shot right there too with the rocks. Do you want a picture of that?
Okay, what am I doing? Wrong direction. Lateral to starboard. Or just turn my face around. No more rocks while I get ahead.
Such a steep cliff.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Shut up.
Yeah, there should be a lot of free rocks to get on this slope here.
Oh, okay.
A little talusy looking.
Excuse me.
Hoku, how many stars was that, the gummy squirrel 3 stars? Wow. Tough crowd.
I missed the gummy scroll. Did I miss it? What was it?
No,
that
the
was the
siphonophore.
The siphonophore.
Oh, thank you.
How many stars was that?
I didn't see a squirrel.
I
I
don't
didn't know squirrels lived down there.
Maybe I'll grab a rock in here somewhere.
Yeah,
Sure.
it'd be great.
Let's see if I can work that ground fault out.
Yeah. Exercise.
Oh, thank you. So we are currently at a depth of 2,217 meters.
I just love listening to you.
And then they asked me to make a TikTok and I clam right up. I couldn't possibly.
It's too unnatural. You're just naturally funny, you know?
What do you see anything you like, Rob?
Everything I like is big.
Oh. What about these angular ones
Yeah, I like
under
that.
the lasers?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Oh.
I thought they're just, they're not too bad. That works.
It's like, about 20,
Yeah.
15 centimeters.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we're going in for a grab.
Yeah.
For a rock.
Yep, right, just to the
Great.
right there.
Gonna park
And then
it.
so when we're done with this
I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna stick lock.
sample grab, I'll go ahead and ask our next question.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I'm
somebody
just
rated the gummy squirrel a 4, Tyler.
I'm not sure that's gonna stick. Yes, it did. Okay, porch on.
Oh, move.
There we go. Oh,
Yeah, I think probably has a big peduncle in there,
Yeah.
or pedula.
what's
or,
a peduncle?
That's a biology term. Is that also used in geology?
No, I just made it up to
Oh.
make. I was trying to anthropomorphize the
Got it.
rocks. Ooh, nice job. That's a getter. That's got some nice angularity to it too.
This part always reminds me of that game where you try to get the stuffed animals,
Mm-hmm.
the claw grabber.
Yeah, but this game I win.
You do all the time. You're really
I was going
good.
to ask, how good are you guys?
Oh, look
That's
at
nice.
that.
Little alteration on there.
You
Is
know
that-
what? Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, let's try.
You
a
didn't
different
sound that
one.
excited about it anyway.
Is
Yeah.
it like red on the underside?
Yeah,
What a
this is
winner.
basically alterated and rusted.
I was just
Oh.
going to ask what alteration is.
You didn't like that one anyway, right, Rob?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Alteration's bad, right?
Wasn't it your
Yeah.
favorite?
Yeah.
This one?
The last rock they put in the box also had alteration, I think.
I mean, we just may be stuck with
A little
that.
wee.
Oh.
You want to move ahead, maybe? Thinking. It doesn't want to go.
Something like it.
Have some faith.
There it is.
Oh.
So that was my favorite one anyway.
That was the one you
You're
were
just
looking
saying.
at
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
I was trying to, empath to you.
You could telestrate to us.
I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go above that. Well, that's nice. Like,
That's a nice
likey.
rock.
I
Aw,
like
it's
That
kinda
looks like a
heart-shaped.
heart. Oh.
It's meant to be.
Where would you like it?
Where do we can,
Could be.
Taylor?
We only have one sample so far, so
looks
the
like
only
good
thing
for
that's
the
full is
small.
starboard A.
Okay.
So we could put it in a small starboard box.
Okay.
Roger.
We can go for starboard box B,
Rog.
or if you're afraid of dropping it into the wrong box, you can choose any other.
Coming out on the box. Temp tray out.
Sample 002? Question mark?
002.
No, no.
That's not it.
Zero,
Which one are we
get
going for?
it?
This
B.
one?
045 will be this one.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's one long continuation for the whole cruise.
That makes more sense.
Gonna fit in there? Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, is it going to get in there? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Very nice.
Yay!
Yay.
Awesome.
Success.
I would consider that goaltending, but that's okay. It's
That was below the rim.
And that was sample 045.
Thank you.
Ooh, 045. Okay, team, we've got some more questions coming in, so you let me know when you're ready. ROV pilots.
Just a little.
Yeah, just give us one sec.
Sure.
Tidy up our...
that was very, very nice, Kylie. Thank you very much.
That was a good, yeah.
Teamwork.
That was awesome. Did we decide on a team name? Wasn't it on
Prime
mute?
time.
You're muted.
You're muted. I thought, yes, this is team, you're muted.
Lifting up.
I like that
Just give
name.
me poetry a chance.
Roger.
I gotta scoot along.
Self-defecating, or not self-deprecating.
What?
Wait, sorry.
Is that with an F?
Wrong move.
Sea cucumber.
Okay, so as we move along here, I'm going to go ahead and pose this question. What's the most memorable / interesting thing you folks have seen during a dive? I think what we were just seeing, those,
Yeah, I've never seen that before, that type of
the gummy
siphonophore.
squirrel.
Oh, the siphonophore, yeah.
Yeah, that was
really
pretty
cool.
interesting.
Mhm.
That little
And
baby cucumber was
unusual.
pretty cool. I
That
don't think I've seen one
cucumber.
that small before.
Yeah, I'd never seen that kind of cucumber before.
It
We were
has so
just-
many guts.
Asking about that yesterday, right? Like baby ones?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think that was a baby. I think it's just a small species
Okay.
in the
Interesting.
family Late-Mogonidae.
Seem
So
to be
that was
happy
a
on that rock.
different,
It's well fed.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yes.
Super.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting that it had sort of anchored itself on one end,
Hmm.
and that was kind of throwing me off.
And is it common for them to have their, it looked like their intestines kind of scrunched down to the bottom
Yeah, I
of
think
their
that's
body?
characteristic of that family.
Yeah, because that was what made me think, oh, is it okay, you know?
Yeah, no, that's what they're supposed to look like in that family
Interesting.
specifically.
It's like we exercised our
Wow.
ground out.
Neat.
Excellent.
Great shot. Thank you, Liz. And for our pilots, how hard is it to control the arm?
Takes quite a bit of practice.
Yeah.
It appears so.
Yeah,
Just watching
there's-
you guys maneuver it is.
There's more joints in the controller than there is in your own arm.
Oh.
So you have to kind of think about it that way. And then, of course, you're working in a two-dimensional space.
Okay,
That makes it difficult for depth of field.
I
So
see.
it does take quite a bit of practice with it. It's very dexterous. And it can
Cool.
be very strong, and it can also be very delicate. And then depending what end effector you have on there, kind of sort of changes the game a little bit. But yeah, it does take quite a bit of practice to get proficient with it.
Yeah, it's neat to watch you guys use your tools in front of you to move the ROVs around.
So fish.
Another polychaete.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty.
Swimming around like it was a
Yeah,
fish.
it might be in the genus Swimma, but
Swimmer?
yeah, there's Floata and Swimma. Those are
Really?
yep,
Cute.
Wow.
yep.
I like it.
It's almost hard to believe. You're like,
Well, Floata came first, and then I think someone decided to get clever and name another one Swimma.
cool.
Where do fish lay eggs in the deep sea?
So it definitely varies between different fish, but
Okay.
a lot of them actually don't lay their eggs in place. They actually spawn, and their eggs are very buoyant. They're full of fats and things that will bring them to the surface.
Oh.
And then a lot of deep sea fish, they'll actually, when they're juveniles, when they're larvae, or yeah, and they'll be plankton and they'll be at the surface because
I was
that's where
just
there's
gonna
more
ask
food.
If they were plankton.
Yeah, so actually there's some beautiful blackwater photography off of the Big Island of Hawaii.
Wow, I want to see.
Where you can see juvenile tripod fish, juvenile anglerfish, a lot of like deep sea species that actually they grow up kind of in those surface waters, and then once they get big enough, they'll settle back down into the deep.
So then do they have like a biphasic life history? They're just plankton
Yeah.
and then fish?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a, oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you. I want to check that out.
So we've come up about 100 meters so far in depth.
Oh,
this
okay.
dive.
So we are now at
About 2,200
about
meters.
2,200 meters.
Little shrimp.
And what's neat is I like looking at our temp in this area. I always look in Celsius, but we're at 2 degrees Celsius in water temp.
Ooh, what's that? Tunicate?
I don't know where you're looking.
Video zoom? Might just be sand.
Oh,
Behind that big old rock.
that white,
Yeah, the white behind the rock.
yeah, looks like
Is it
maybe
sand?
an imprint of something.
It's
Yeah, it looks like
sand.
sand.
Oh, sand.
It's a nice zoom on the sand, though.
Nice zoom, beautiful.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on.
We're here all day.
It looked like something from that angle.
It did, yeah, just the shape of it.
Yeah,
All right, I have another question for our pilots.
sure.
Do you do this watching a screen, or does the art manipulator use AVR headsets? I'm believing that it meant to say ARM, not art.
Probably, yeah. No, we're not. We're just looking at screens. But we're looking at many different camera views. So at home, you're probably only seeing one, the main view of Herc. So we use that view, but we also have other utility cameras on the ROV that help with different angles and create different shadows and help us with kind of create that three-dimensional view in your head kind of thing while you're using it.
Look at that thing next to the rock.
Ooh. That is actually something.
Yeah, we got another one of those anemones, maybe?
Video zoom?
Every time you guys say that, I think about Finding Nemo.
Of course. It's an obligation.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Just a wee guy. Oops.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mouth. Very nice. Come wide.
I think it's this guy.
That's the Dan. That's the perch and change your heading.
Yep.
A wobble.
Good for steep cliffs,
That
not
looks
so
about the
good
same.
for flat, muddy spots.
Yeah. Just wedge right into the
Just-
sand.
That would be the plant and smear.
Oh no.
Also
So we
known
have
as the gumshoe.
And then that would be dusting every other shot you do the
Right.
whole rest of the dive after that.
Right, right.
So I'm gonna direct this question to Liz, maybe, or our scientists.
Go ahead.
How do anglerfish mate?
I think the person who asked that question might know the answer because it's very interesting. So they use something, it's actually called parasitic males. That's the scientific term. Basically the females, if what you think of as an anglerfish, the big fish with the lure on it, that's always going to be a female. The males are really, really tiny. They don't really have much going on with them. They just have really big nostrils. And so their only job in life, as soon as they grow up into mature adults, is they find a female. And when they find her, they latch on and they never leave. They actually, their bodies fuse together. And so her digestive system will feed him, and he will just be there in order to mate with her, basically continuously. Because the reason they do this is it's very hard to find a mate in the deep sea. It's
Sure.
you know, it's dark, it's big, it's hard to find, and so once they find their mate, they don't really want to be separated,
Right.
so they just stick together.
So then often the larger anglerfish that we're seeing, perhaps, would they mostly be female?
They would all
then?
be females,
They would
yeah.
all be female.
The males don't get larger than maybe an inch or so.
Incredible. And then how long will a male stay attached to the female?
Until the female dies.
Really?
Oh.
So they're lifers.
Yep.
Does the male
And she can
die?
have multiple ones.
Really?
Does the male die when the
Wow,
female
that's
dies?
incredible.
Or
Yeah.
do they?
Yeah, he's basically fully dependent on her for food and sustenance and all of that.
Unreal.
Okay.
Yes, that came from a trivia. So I think Luis is back online with us. Our trivia master was sending us that question.
There are other deep sea fish that do that as well.
I was just going to ask if
yeah,
there
the
are
anglers
other...
are well known for it, but it's a relatively common strategy.
It makes sense, you know. So it would, again, be a mutualistic relationship, not so parasitic, right? Or are they parasitic
Yeah,
too?
so, I mean, they call it parasitic because, I mean...
They're feeding off of
well, I think,
the host.
I guess that's a little bit of a misnomer because, you know, she is also benefiting from it. But I think they probably called that because originally, when people were first collecting anglerfish, they didn't know what these little things attached to the females were. They thought they were parasites, and then later on realized that they were actually the males.
Maybe some gauges.
Gosh. Well, we have a lot of fun questions coming in. One of them being, do you ever see any kind of sharks at these depths? So would we find sharks at about 2,200 meters?
Yeah, I don't think
Are they
they're
able
common,
to?
but I believe we would be able to find some sharks at this depth. I don't know.
Fish or no, it's
Yeah, I
worm.
believe so,
Okay.
as well as some skates.
Yeah.
And yeah, very similar to like ray type fishes, but
You can get chimeras, right?
yeah.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been steadily moving up this talus slope. And for some reason, some of these rocks have almost like a limestoney look to it, but I know we shouldn't have limestone reef above here.
What does the limestoney look?
It just
What
has
do
a
you
slightly
see?
different, you don't really see as many pillows,
Oh.
and it's a little more angular,
Okay.
but I mean, the seamount's just too deep to really be a geo of some sort.
Okay. All right, so I have another question for the pilots. How many cameras are there currently on Hercules?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7. The
8.
8. We have
Wow.
the
Sexton cam.
Oh, the bucket cam. No, I
Oh,
had the
sexton.
sexton. I
Yeah, the
didn't get the bucket. Yeah.
Okay.
8.
So eight cameras total.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we have the main HD camera. We have a bubble camera. We have a sextant on the porch. We have a camera to look at the suction jars.
Oh.
We have a camera to look at the starboard bio box. We have a camera to look at the tether, and then a camera on each to look down each rail, port and starboard. It kind of it's like rear view mirrors, like side car mirrors, sort of.
Oh, okay. Nice. And then all these cameras, like Josh was saying, kind of helps add or provide that three-dimensional feel that you need to be in this environment.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep, not just in front of us, but also like as we're turning around, like what's to our side, what's in our aft camera.
Oh, cool.
And we can keep an eye on our tether and our daisy chain that way also.
Nice. Thank you, Kylie.
No problem.
I have a question for Kylie, actually.
Sure.
So you've really been inspiring me with your story about how you got into your position as an ROV pilot, as a marine biologist who is also interested in engineering.
Oh, yeah.
But no experience.
Yeah.
What would you recommend?
Try to find, like, do the internship or, like, try to find an opportunity to do it at sea, whether it's, like, with another, like, with a science group that maybe, like, has technology that they need a technician for, or something like that, where you can, like, be in a technical role. And that's sort of, like, the first step to the transition, I would think.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds right.
Because you're already doing it, right? Like, you're already linked in. You just would need to be in the responsibility of something that requires like getting it ready to be subsea, and that regardless of what the technology is, whether it's an ROV or like a camera pressure housing, anything like that, anything that you have to open, put electronics in and close back up and have it be like able to withstand the water, that's like the first maybe like dip into doing the technical stuff, and then you end up finding more rules that are technology based.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to start with an ROV.
Well, you can, you totally can, you know, but you're already doing it, so you might have like lots of different ways to have that first in, you know.
Yeah,
like it might be this, but it might be a different ship, a different opportunity that comes up first, you know, but it all relates.
Right, it's kind of like building your toolkit in a
Yeah.
sense of like just taking it, learning as you go and then strengthening your skills.
Thanks, Kylie.
Nice. Thank
No
you,
problem.
Kylie. That's awesome. I do have a few more questions. One of them is another trivia, which is what is a black swallower? I did look it up. It's quite interesting.
It's another crazy midwater fish.
Right? Why does it have that big? Is that like a swim bladder or a big
That's their stomach. They're able to swallow things that are in some cases larger than they are.
Whoa. That's crazy.
It's basically, you know, there's not a lot of food up there in the midwater, and so if you come across a meal, you want to be able to eat it, even if it's bigger than you are. And so they're adapted to be able to eat. They think they might only eat every couple of years or so in some cases.
Whoa, really?
Because it takes them a very long time to digest such a big meal.
Sure.
Yeah, like this one image is like, it looks like it's eating a squid or something.
Oh, that's just a really big fish, yeah.
Is it? And then here it looks like it's another, just drawings. Wow.
Yep.
Amazing.
Looks a little bit like the oil fish that I was a victim of.
Oh, what happened with the oil fish?
Oh, that's a story for later.
Oh boy, okay. And the next question. Oh, here we go. I'm going to just read through this really fast. Do any of you find it funny when you use this? Oh. So we have another, and it's not a serious question. This isn't a very serious question, but somebody wants to know if any of you find it funny when you use the suction tube to collect samples.
Yes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh yeah, we were giggling about this last night, probably because we weren't getting enough sleep. But we were really giggling at the sea cucumber accidentally getting slurped.
Yeah.
It does look kind of funny, but you know, yeah, hopefully they have fun on their way up.
It's a great way to sample a lot of animals. I mean, it's, you know, it seems silly, but for some of those more delicate animals, it's really great.
Unless they don't fit.
What's that?
I said unless they don't fit.
Yeah. You got to make sure they fit down the tube.
Right.
It's very Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so some people have drawn.
Whoa.
Augusta.
What's going on with that rock?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Ooh.
What is that? Where? Oh, that big one right there?
Yeah. Got some layers in it.
From different lava flows?
It could be.
Really? Amazing.
Yeah, can you zoom in on that real quick? Just
Yeah,
to
sure.
see,
Video zoom.
get a view.
Ralph
These
Finelson
could be
says
lava flow contacts.
columnar
or,
joining.
Yeah, it could be. That's what it could be too. Yeah, you can see the columnar.
Yeah, that's really distinct.
Okay, well, I could be interested to see some of the stuff above.
Bouncy. Sorry. Oops, there's the bottom.
I don't know if that was a lava flow or just a cooling characteristic, 'cause that's where you get the columnar jointing. You get a thick lava flow, and as it cools, like mud cracks in a mud puddle, you have that sort of a... That's great.
Do you need any tighter zoom than that?
No, that's perfect. That's
okay.
great.
All right.
Yeah, just take a shot. Yeah, it'll be good.
When you've got that, I'm going to move on.
Perfect.
Yep, I think you're good.
I'm gonna move on.
Okay, well, so that may
Wide.
explain some of the more angular rocks we're seeing now. Yeah, and Kylie, if you're getting bored and you want to
Never.
take another, angular sample if you find something in your right
Sure.
position.
Sure, I may just get ahead and
Because a lot of these don't really have a lot of the botryoidal texture on them.
Dave, is it okay with the porch on it, being that it's on a slope?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Is it a black coral?
Yeah, I don't know.
And it looks
Can
like
we
there's a
get a-
sponge
Yeah,
on
go
the
ahead.
Yeah, can we get a zoom on
Yeah,
that?
real quick.
large rock on the other side. But yeah, it looks like it could be a black coral. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Come wide?
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. See what's going on.
Oh.
Oh, there's a whole slew of it up
Yeah,
there.
looks like we're getting more corals.
Okay, pilots, we have another question here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a sensor on the manipulator to gauge how much pressure you are using to pick up an object?
Not necessarily how much pressure, but there is, you can turn on a force feedback feature. So when you're pushing against something, you can feel it up here.
Oh.
And that's on all the joints. So, or actually, sorry, not all the joints, but most of the joints.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not like you can tell how hard you're squeezing. You can adjust, you sort of get a feel for it. You can adjust how hard that the end effector, the cloth, like squishes something. So when I'm collecting rocks, I'll put it on like the highest force. So try and hold on to it as hard as I can. But then you can also turn it way down and pick up delicate things.
Oh, okay.
Like I was actually, just for an experiment, you can pick up an egg on deck without breaking it.
Oh.
Kind of
A
gentle,
stuffed crinoid.
gentle squeeze.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
So I think this next question is more directed towards Rob. Is there an estimate on when the seamount might have first formed, and when its last eruption might have been?
Well, there are some dated seamounts in this region. And there's anywhere from like 70 million years ago to maybe 100 million years ago. And the seafloor basement here is about 115 million years ago, so that's the oldest. But yeah,
Wow.
not sure when the most recent eruption, because sometimes you do have these late stage eruptions after the major seamount. But we'll have to look at the top to see something. But I didn't see any sort of parasitic cones or anything like that at the top, like the ones we saw in the Line Islands.
And the parasitic cones would be good indicators or help you age or document, like.
Well, it'd be an indicator of some maybe late stage volcanism.
Oh, interesting.
Pardon me, I can't hear you.
Thank you, Rob.
Oh, those are chewy.
Can't help you there. We could probably, you're almost in a spot where we could get a rock, I think. Do you want me to do it again, or do you want to do it?
Yeah.
You saw a shrimp?
Yeah, there's
Yeah, there was a shrimp there.
some sort of a coral there too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Over top.
I'm on the, like Gabby and Jess, if they were Herc, I was Manip, and
Yeah.
if I was
It's the other side.
just like,
Well, there's a screwy thing. There used to be a screwy thing in the top
Oh.
there.
It's gone.
okay. Rob, I think we're gonna look for a rock for you. How do you
Okay,
feel?
good.
Like something.
Oh, this is
You
exciting.
see those, any angular ones look really nice. I mean, you may be too far beyond that one. For
Sorry,
some reason this isn't working.
Oh no.
yeah, I didn't catch it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Is that one too big?
Push in. I don't think so. Should be good.
It's moving. That's good. Let's see what she looks like.
Oh,
Nice.
is that a nice rock? Oh,
We'll
it looks
see.
thinner than I thought.
Oh, you got 2 rocks.
Oh, hey, not anymore.
No, that looks pretty good.
Just got that one. With one finger.
Wow.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I'm hoping it's fresh enough. Yeah, there's another one underneath. Yeah, I think that'll be okay.
Okay.
That's kind of the underside there.
Yeah. There may be 2 pieces of rock there, too.
Yeah.
It almost
Do you want
looks
a
like there
different
might
one,
be
or?
2.
Yeah, to see the one just above here, is that too big?
That big one there?
Yeah, I'm trying to see the, I can't find the, yeah, there's,
That looks pretty big.
yeah, it does look
that's
pretty
really
It
big.
does look
Okay.
big.
Yeah, that's really big.
Yeah, it's,
What about that other one? Right
Oops. Sorry.
there, yeah,
There.
that one.
That one?
yeah, let's try that. That may be in place too much.
Tilt down.
Raj.
Oh, we have another trivia question that just came through. What is the... Oh, I'm going to wait
Come
until
down.
we are done with our
Yes.
collection sample. Sorry.
Okay, I don't mean to be picky. I think that's a little
Too
too
small.
small.
Too small.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything up there? Can you reach? Sorry, I just blocked
Yeah,
it.
let's scoot up a little bit. We can
Okay.
get ahead again, and then we're starting to get
Okay,
behind.
sounds
Okay.
good.
Find something.
I do like the angularness of them. I was just worried that previous one with the 2 pieces had a lot of fractures in it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely get the right one.
It's worth getting a sample that you want.
Absolutely.
Coming up. Coming up.
It's the old, I want more samples than I need, but I don't have as many as I want, or something like that, or something like that. Yeah, usually in reference to guns, but that's a whole different story. That's the problem with these steep scarps like this, is that you fall behind pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I do have some questions coming in. Let me know when you folks are ready.
See, this Lapidus is making no forward movement. So here, Rob, here's a question for you, which I was
Overhang
actually
there.
curious about too. The sand looks white, but
Chris
the
won't be
rocks
happy
are
with you if you
black.
bang it
So
and
where's
move it.
the sand from?
He's got that little guard on it, right? That comes
Well,
up.
most of the sand is probably the shells of forams, which are plankton in the surface.
Right, like the marine snow that we were talking
Exactly.
about, and the detritus.
Yeah.
And then my question, I was really curious about, when we pull the rocks up, and when you kind of turn them over, they're that darker shade of black. Is that just because they're nestled in the sand, or they're kind of being absorbing more water?
Yeah, they probably weren't exposed to the water as much.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, a lot of the stuff we call biogenic ooze, which means it's,
Oh, yeah.
a biology
biogenic.
origin.
Okay. Thank you.
Getting ahead, getting ahead.
I feel like this is a very bouldery area. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that little pile right there. There's
Yeah.
something in there.
Like it?
Oh,
No, you just
okay.
go sit right ahead on that rock there.
Up in the,
Just
where
right
the
here.
sand is?
Just plunk
Or
down.
straight down?
Just straight down right here.
Raj. Coming down. Gentle, gentle,
Oh,
gentle,
those are
gentle,
nice.
gentle. Sorry, I'm a
Not nice,
out loud
the
piloter.
metamorphic rock, but
Auto sample.
gonna come up. Don't.
Oh, why?
Careful right on the suction cam there.
Raj.
So oftentimes I'll tilt down so I can see the front of the bumper bar in the HD, and then you know where you're landing.
Okay.
Kind of doing a blind landing there.
Raj. Okay.
All right. Mahalo, everybody, for sending in your awesome questions. I will make sure to address them as soon as we are done collecting our samples. So
yeah, whatever you
keep
can
them
get
coming,
here, Kylie.
and we'll be sure to make sure that they're answered.
Sorry, I'm just sticking down, and I'm gonna stick lock.
That one's kind of big.
Yeah.
That's big, but you may have to just move that to get to the good stuff, if it's movable.
That looks
What?
very big.
Whoa. What are you
Yeah.
thinking?
Move that out of the way. It looks like good stuff underneath it.
Oh, okay.
I'm excavating.
Moving sail. Just everything must go.
Oh, wow, look at that. I thought it was one wrong. Oh,
Oh, come on.
That's a good one if you
that
want
was
to
a good
grab
one,
that.
huh?
Want to be grabbed. Come on, coral cutters. Not the best
Rock grabbers.
rock grabbers. A little tenuous there.
Oh.
Cool. I like
That's
it.
a nice rock.
I like it.
Might have tipped up in the front, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
It might slip when I'm going around.
I like it. It's good size, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're okay with that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, front.
Little laser measurement there. Okay,
Racking back.
just getting a little close to Atlanta to the wall.
Roger.
So why don't you,
Move ahead.
yeah, pick up, and then I'm gonna winch up.
Okay. Coming up.
Just back up a little bit.
Sure. Backing up, backing up.
All set for
I'm
biology
gonna turn off
sampling now if you
torchlight
want.
so I can see past it.
See any good stuff?
Okay.
I'll let Kevin do a little more sampling.
I'm gonna
'Cause it looks
drag
like
in
nice
up.
and steep as we move up.
And why don't you rack all the way back,
I am.
and then show me the box.
Okay.
Open the box.
Gotcha. Coming out.
A little bit of light would be good. Fires
One-
or something.
One button at a time, okay, buddy?
Oh,
Oh,
you're
nice. There we go.
a pilot. You need to
It's a
do
big
more than
rock.
one button at a time.
That is a big
That
rock.
may not fit.
Uh-oh.
It's not gonna fit. Is
Oh,
it?
it's
Oh
gonna-
yeah, there we go.
Oh, it might not close.
Let's try.
You'll find
Okay,
out.
Coming in. That's not it. Coming in.
Ah, keep going.
Ah,
Little
so
bump.
close.
Little bump.
I don't think it's going to go. It looks like that one tip.
I just don't want to mess up that seal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the box. You can take it back out.
Might be able to.
Watch out. Yeah, Atlanta's pretty far ahead of Hercules.
Okay.
Okay. Just leave it like that for now, and
Leave
then
it.
let's get ourselves sorted out.
Okay. So look up. Raj. March off. Okay. Joy gains higher. I'm coming up now. Z bias 0, yeah? That'll
Sure.
help.
Oh yes, this is what we were hoping to see.
I feel like I'm going very slow. I don't know if it's just because I'm off the wall.
Craft is off. Pressure is pretty good, yeah.
Oh, wow, big sponge over
Coal
there.
sponge.
Where? Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Good
you're
spot.
fine.
So I'll start
I
going
think you're a little
ahead.
farther ahead than it says because I think you're here. So I'm going to reset that,
Okay.
but it's still pretty far back.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, coral right there. in the
Is
middle.
there,
Yeah.
is the craft on? Is maybe that
Nope.
way? Okay.
Just look at your pressure, right?
Okay.
So that kind of gives you the
Are
indication.
they done collecting
So
the rock?
you're
Did they finish
you're
that, or
demanding
are they
all
still-
the
Yeah, I'm
like
not
you're putting
sure.
so much
Okay.
input
It's
that
collected,
you're
but it's
Oh, there's a beautiful
Okay.
not sure
coral.
if
When
they're
you
gonna be
lateral,
able to keep it. 'cause
right?
it's
The lateral's
kinda
the
stuck in
hog,
the drawer.
Okay.
right, for
I
flow.
was just starting
Bubble
on
gum.
So
questions.
you were
That's all.
lateraling
That's
and coming
nice
up,
too.
and that was
Yeah.
Oh
dumping
wow,
your
look at both
pressure.
of those.
Doesn't
Doesn't
Okay.
look quite thick
Just
enough
keep
to
doing.
be
Sorry.
Just
I got
stay that, keep that there.
bubblegum, but
Yeah, it could be.
And then just don't lateral so much, because you'll see if you lateral, you'll dump your pressure down to like 1700, and once that happens, then you're doing nothing.
But I'm just upping, and I
Right,
don't know
so
why
now,
it's...
now look at your pressure, 2700, so that's giving her,
Oh,
you have,
so
to you have to manage your flow, right?
Yeah, Raj. I was wondering why there would be any lateral on. It's because my auto heading's on.
Sure, you can take that off or whatever.
Well, because I just didn't know why if I wasn't touching the horizontals it was doing that.
Well, a minute ago you were lateraling and full vertical up,
Sure.
and then you're dumping pressure, and then once you get down to 1700, then your verticals aren't actually doing anything anymore.
Understood.
Not sure if these are flow fronts or
Wow, that's pretty.
these flow fronts, or if they're just cooling. They could be cooling joints too.
Oh, that's neat.
These are massive flows. These are nice.
Wrong direction. Just thank
Full
you.
up, just keep.
So
keep
once
on
they
trucking.
lay like that on top of each other, is it common
want
they
me-
just start to,
Yep.
like you'll see sheets and then they break down around
Yeah.
it? Like
no,
how,
you can.
like how
Yeah,
you see
no,
those?
that's sliding out a little
Would
bit.
those
Yeah,
be pillows
just like
and
catch
low
up.
baits like
So
around the
don't worry
sheets
about
that were
stopping
there?
or looking at anything.
No, those,
just
I
keep
think those
on
are just pretty
motoring
really massive
as fast
flows.
as
A
you
lot
can.
of
Oh,
at one
okay.
time.
Oh, like you were talking about, it's just
Yeah.
boom, one. Interesting. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Sure.
So somebody said that this is better than a nature documentary. Yes, it is. Pilots, you let me know when you were ready for more questions. I do have some questions for our
You're good.
biologists.
You're catching up.
Okay.
I'm still 20 meters away from the wall. We're getting there.
Yep, no, that one, yeah.
See your lasers.
Okay, I've got a question coming in here. I think, Rob, we can address it towards you. Do you have a measurement of the salinity and oxygen levels at this depth? Ooh, hey, I might be able to
There you go.
answer that one. So at this depth, we are currently at about 2,051 meters. Our oxygen saturation is about 18%, and our salinity is sitting at 34 PSUs.
Temperature too.
And our temperature is 2.08 degrees Celsius. Thank you for asking, you guys.
Yeah, if
Can we
you're-
look at this thing?
Yeah, if you're
If
following
If we need to
along-
catch up, that's
We're
okay.
just about there. We're almost back
Okay,
in
no
position
worries.
here.
Go ahead.
And if you're following at home, you can actually go to the Grafana portion of the website to get all this information of the instruments on Herc to get temperature and oxygen and conductivity and salinity.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, you are able to follow along and gather that information. We do also have a bit of it on our homepage that'll provide the temperature and the depth as well as our heading for both of our ROVs. I'm gonna send this one over to Liz, I believe. Are pill bugs on land the same as isopods in the ocean?
Yeah, they're both isopods, part of the same group. Yeah.
Thank you, Liz. They're cute.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So cool.
Sponge.
Whoa, what is?
Nice.
Yeah, it's a sponge.
Spicules, yeah.
And then we had another trivia come in about the colossal squid. Where does it live?
Oh, what is that? Yeah, it's a shrimp. Deep sea. I don't know a lot about them. I mean,
Let's see here.
there's models of where they live, but there's been so few sightings that it's, you know, it's all just sort of conjecture.
Wow, that's
We're almost there,
Oh.
guys.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a
Whoa.
flow or a
Oh,
joint.
can we
It's
look
just gorgeous.
Coral.
Oh, those
What is
brittle
that?
stars.
Oh, wow.
Sponges.
According to Google, it says they live at depths of 1,000 meters or more.
Yeah, that looks like one flow right there, this whole thing.
Ooh, like the stairway to heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty, yeah. It does
The
look
ray
like a...
gorget on it. The little guy.
Are we ready to stop and look at some biology?
Yeah, I'm just gonna deal with this sample still. It's
Oh,
still,
sorry,
we're
yeah,
still,
right.
half.
Yeah.
The rock.
Then I
and
can get the porch out of the way and be able to see a little better.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna tilt tray out.
Nice looking basalts.
We'll see if I might be able to nudge it or not. But
Oh.
Hi.
okay,
Is
well,
that
yeah, you can have a
bubblegum?
look at some of those.
Yeah,
things.
I'm
I'll tilt tray. I can tilt tray in a little bit, but I just can't go all the way.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I love when they have the brittle star stretched out like that.
Yeah. So
Video
pretty.
zoom?
I do too. It's beautiful. No, no,
Is it? I don't know. It looks fine like the Chrysogorgia, but I always go back to
it's a
Chrysogorgia.
yeah.
I always think it's a Chrysogorgia.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the bubble gum.
No, not at all. I
Oh,
think
those little
bubblegums have like very thick,
bonus back down
bulby
Yeah.
looking knobs, but it is very
Oh,
bright, like the bubblegum coral
beautiful.
color.
Wait.
That's a big brittle star.
It is.
Sorry, I always get excited about the echinoderms. I know we're here for the corals.
No, we're here for everything.
Taylor, what coral is that?
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be a Chrysogorgia.
Come wide.
I can confirm. Let me see.
Nice.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure I spelled it right.
I'm fairly
Press-
sure. It's CHRYSO
You can just keep creeping ahead slowly.
GO
Okay.
No, I just got to see the box.
RIA.
R-I-A. I spelled it so wrong. I started with a P.
Can you just show me the
Thank you.
box?
No problem.
Okay, so I have a density question. And so I'm going to just pass this to our scientists. I think you guys can answer this. At school, I learned that the temperature of the water at 4 degrees is the most dense. So the bottom temperature is never lower than that. But as we have
looks
2.1
better.
degrees Celsius here,
See if that.
I assume that is due to salt concentration and water pressure. How high is the water pressure
Actually,
currently?
I can't.
Okay, I got it.
Rob, you had just looked up what the pressure is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about,
But the 2 to 4 degree Celsius is pretty typical for the deep sea. Most of
Okay.
it's around that range, you know, with some exceptions.
I think the 4 degrees is for fresh water.
I was just
Yeah.
going to ask if that
So-
was for more shallower regions or freshwater regions.
Yeah.
So common characteristics. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember my marine chemistry to know.
I was I was going down my marine.
All right, that
Science
sample
brain
is
here.
confirmed now that it's closed in the bio box
Yay.
as 046.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome job, pilots. I do have a question from Denmark for the pilots, and I believe it's in regards to the 2016 expedition. So
I wasn't here yet.
maybe
I wasn't
Josh
even
might
born.
have more insight. So can you give a short update of what you know about the purple orb from the 2016 expedition? Regards, John from Denmark.
I don't know. I don't think we can keep track of the. Did we sample that thing?
I wasn't here.
I don't know. Neither was I.
Okay.
I think I know what they're talking about, but I'm not sure what it is.
There is a purple orb that we saw that was really baffling. Kind of like no one really knew like what it was. But I'm not sure.
Wow.
Look at
Can we get a little zoom on this?
Yeah, we need to pop a bottle too.
You
Yeah.
just noticed it now?
Yeah, I need to
So I
we
was
need
trying to do
picture-
some ID.
I was looking
picture
other stuff
camera,
up.
right?
Okay.
So get
Same.
all that out of the screen.
Look
Writing
at
down my
that.
samples.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We're not all as good as you are
No.
multitasking.
Wow.
Oh, I'm not. Always.
And I just want to
Can we
follow
get
up
a
on that
partial
temperature
zoom?
density thing.
Okay.
Is that it definitely is a salinity does have an effect. And there are these plots, the temperature salinity plots that we use. And you can actually overlay density on it.
Porch coming on.
Yeah, what
And,
are we looking at here?
If
Is
the
that a
temperature we
sponge?
have, I mean, the 2 degrees is
It looks like a
actually more
siphonic
dense
board,
than
doesn't
the
it?
4-degree water for the temperature
Oh,
salinity plots.
okay.
Careful
that has
because
to-
you are
yeah.
Are
bumping
these-
orbit into
So
the
if someone
wall
wants to
right now.
Google
Okay.
temperature
back up just a
salinity
bit.
plots,
Back up,
you
Raj.
can start to
Let
see
the
these
camera
sorts
do
of
the
things.
zooming.
Okay.
Are these
Mhm, the
corals
zoom in.
right here?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Okay. And what kind?
yeah.
Or a type? Corals on rocks.
This is great. This is why I'm here.
Yeah,
not the
should we
rocks.
pull a Niskin?
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, come
So
on. Thank
I'm
you.
going to send this one over to Liz. Do you dissect biological samples?
Yeah, some of the ones that we pull up. Most of the corals, no. They're just getting preserved. But when we collect cucumbers and urchins, I've been
Backing back.
dissecting those.
And that was what you're looking at for the microbial, or excuse me, microbiomes, correct?
That's
Of
correct.
their gut content?
Correct back. Oops. Sorry.
So I just dissect them to remove their gut content so they can be analyzed separately.
Thank you.
All the
Did you
Niskins
keep
are
the
available.
delicacy for a snack
You
or what?
go show me the very bottom one.
The
Yeah.
Gona heads?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be quite as yummy as the shallow water ones.
Ugh.
You never know though.
Not quite as full of fat. And
In Aotearoa, we had delicious soup
Should be the
made
back
out
one
of
this time. Hopefully it pops.
the gonads.
The urchins?
Oh, that's the front
urchins.
one.
It's
Yeah.
just
What?
delicious. It was unreal.
Oh, sorry.
But like you said, it
That's
was
okay.
I
shallow water. So
double-crossed
I'm
myself
wondering
there.
how the deep water.
Did they
And
pop
that was
it?
what I was wondering, like if
You
any
know, did
of
they
the
pop
deep
it?
water organisms would taste good.
yeah, I know. I couldn't.
Sorry, Kylie, did you pop with the
I
Niskin?
did. I popped one. Yeah. Sorry. I
Okay,
was
thank
going
you.
for. I thought I was getting the very back one, but I got
Okay.
the very front one.
Which
is,
what'd you get?
So you got Niskin number 1?
Niskin number 6.
Number
Okay.
6.
Number
sorry.
6,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry about that. We'll count it down.
Gotta keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
And that was
Thank
sample
you.
number 047.
Roger
Thank
that.
you.
Right at 2,000 meters.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was-
here's that orb. There's a video of the orb from Nautilus. I wonder what
I'm gonna come up a little bit too. I got a wall in front of me. You're gonna have to hustle up the hill here.
Coming up. It's just incredible to me that we haven't actually gotten to
Yeah,
like
still get these intrusive
s-
bodies here.
Yeah,
This is
the
right?
slope
They
and
look
the-
like
I
little
know.
pathways.
it makes me
Can you bring your drug in up to 100?
it
Like
okay.
full?
Yeah,
And
Raj.
full up, full up.
I get 100%, Roger.
Yeah, but full up on your,
Yeah, I
Don't,
gotcha.
don't stop.
Raj.
We got a wall like right here.
Raj.
Oh, I see.
Look at these. This
We're
is
approaching
gorgeous.
that really steep cliff. Would you
So
guys like
can
me
we
to
stop
start
the
slowing
let's
down?
stop the
Yeah.
ship? Yeah. Just stop the ship. Let us get all caught up.
Some
Bridge
really nice
nav.
joints over here too, probably the column there.
Can you hold position?
This is things coming around.
It's a sheer wall.
And then we have these right here. Yeah, so this is a whole intrusive body that's coming in, I think. Because you have these layers over here.
We've crossed the 2,000 meter mark. Oh, there's a bunch more. Wow.
Whoa.
That one
Looks
rock.
like the porch light's still on.
Yeah, sorry, I'll turn it off.
No worries. You got busy.
Yeah, Usko provided a what she believes the corals are in the chat.
Thank you. Can we get a closer look at that sponge?
Yeah, we can.
too late?
Sorry. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we back the ship towards us? Maybe about half the distance that we are between the ROVs and the ship right now.
Oh, this is what you were.
Actually, it's starting to flatten off now.
Okay.
It just got super steep there. For a
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. You sure you don't want me to?
I think we're actually gonna be okay because it's
Okay.
actually flattened off. Now Atalanta is about 30 meters away from the wall, so I think we're at a better spot now. So yeah, we can
So the,
keep moving forward, but we can. It's not so much of a panic at the moment.
the ship
Yeah.
is stopped right now.
Yeah, the ship is stopped.
We're
Okay.
gonna swing. Probably.
We're gonna keep swinging, but
Roger.
yeah, let's stay. Keep the ship stopped for the moment,
Okay.
and that way we can slow down and get some shots of those nicer.
Will we be able to look at what that, I don't know if it was a sponge or a coral.
I don't think we can go back now,
Okay. Raj.
but we can. It's starting to not be quite as
Go
much of a
forward.
wall.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get ahead, and then that way we can have time to stop and look at some of these things.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of time on this. We don't have to move the ship along.
Yeah,
wanna
we
take our
stopped the
time
ship
on
right
this.
now just
Good.
to let us kind of get caught up and
Good. Because this isn't that line. It's maybe 3.2 kilometers or something overall, or I can't remember what I wrote down.
Yeah, it's short.
Oh yeah, look at
oh yeah,
these.
and we're gonna come up to a really steep
Yeah.
section.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
coming up
right.
We
here.
haven't even met that
These
section
are really
yet.
nice
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be good to
here.
stop here, and then
Beautiful.
I think maybe we'll just make steps
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're going right up this whole intrusion.
Right.
Oh, here's a nice coral too.
So is this, are we still like on the side of the seamount, it looks like?
Yeah, we're still going up the
Up
front
it,
of it.
huh?
It's a real steep part.
Yeah, it looked like almost like this point was
Yeah.
like a ridge like.
We
Yeah.
haven't even gotten to the steep part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're almost to the
Wow.
really
Yeah.
steep part.
Wow.
And it's,
You're excellent drivers, pilots.
yeah, it looks like we're just sitting on this intrusive right on top of it.
Just like Gabby said,
Seems a
just
little
go
more
up the mountain.
resistant.
Yeah, we can look at these guys now. We're
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice one there.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay. Maybe turn my dragging down a little bit.
Oh, look at those brittle stars again. And this is that same.
Maybe a paragorgon?
Take a zoom video. It looks like there's bubbles in
What is that next to it?
the starboard camera, real cam.
I think paragorgids are bubble gums, no?
Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see
Bubbles
bubbles in the
But I
starboard
don't
rail
believe
cam?
this is
Uh-uh.
bubble gum, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh, those bubbles in the
No.
back?
It looks like it's got those thicker stalks.
It
That's
does.
I think it's just
Yeah, it does have
marine
a thick
snow.
stalk.
Tyler, is this
Yay.
the same coral that we saw earlier? The that started CH?
Chrysogorgia, no.
Chrysogorgia.
Okay.
Right? No.
I think it's a
No.
paragorgia.
No.
Yeah.
What did you say it was?
Paragorgia?
Thank you.
Okay.
Gorgia?
Yeah,
I don't know.
keep,
Wide.
keep on trucking.
Yeah, I think you're right with the pronunciation.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
It's more on the top here.
Yeah.
Pretty. So, Liz, I'm going to direct this question over to you. Have you
Okay.
ever seen any species of lampriform? Lampriformis?
Lampriformes?
Another one.
Is that the fish you were talking about earlier today?
No.
Darn it.
I
Thought it
think I have,
was.
yeah.
Oh, they're in the order of ray-finned fish. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was that one fish that we were talking about that you have a sticker on your
No.
hydro.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Slightly different
Yeah.
coral over there.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're coming up pretty slow. We could drop a weight because that big rock might be
Heavy.
weighing you down a
Oh,
little bit.
There's a
holothurian.
holothurian up there too.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
yeah.
that.
You looking for a sample,
Okay, can we
Liz?
get a zoom on it?
Is that a different
Yeah.
genus than the one?
You got a brittle star over there, dead stuff there, another thing there.
Yeah, let's take a look at that holothurian. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be
And we got rocks everywhere.
another... Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be another Pilopatides.
Okay, video zoom.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, can we collect this one?
Is this the same?
Yeah, we might have time. Do you want to put it in the
Sorry.
drawer?
Yeah, that would be preferred.
Okay. Come wide video.
Liz, what did you say the?
It's called Pilopatides, P-A-E-L-O.
Thank you.
I'm not really sure where to perch for this. Like just on the edge of that rock right there?
Yeah.
On
We don't
my,
have a ton
in
of
my
time, but
bubble.
Oh.
there was a lot of sand in the hose.
Yeah.
It's flushing it out.
Yeah, so I was thinking that white one off to the left is, or it's one of these could be a bamboo coral too.
Might be a little far away, but it's always good when you perch to look at the bumper bar with your HD.
Oh. Okay. I was using that.
Yeah, you could, yeah, it just gives you a little, in my mind, it gives you like what you're trying to sample, a better frame of reference, because it's all in like one shot.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I think the hose is actually cleaned out now. That's good. I'm at 20%.
Roger.
I think you should
Show
call
me what I
these
need to see.
sea cucumbers smoke on the water because they're such deep purple.
Ah, stop it.
Wow.
Do they even know who Deep Purple is?
Grip lock button
Fire
is
in
no
the
longer
sky.
working.
Oh.
Just the old white guy in the back.
No light or anything?
The old
What if
white
you
guy in
change the
front
position
listening.
of the, like,
Yeah.
because, you know, there's those tiny wires in there?
Oh, I know.
Okay, mahalo everybody for sending in your questions. Again, as we're collecting our samples, I'm going to hold off on answering questions until we have completed our collection. So I will be sure to
That's
address
annoying.
these questions after we're done. Mahalo.
So Taylor, are you seeing Asiko's comments here? For some of the identifications? Good.
Mhm.
Sorry, this might be kind of an awkward place to sample.
We also have a request for a close-up of a coral after this sample.
Okay.
Do you think either of them Steve would want collected?
I didn't see any predation event happening, and I think that's what Steve's interested in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't we have an abundance issue too?
Can we zoom in, please?
Right.
Yeah.
20%
Like
right
that,
now.
that previous garden we saw would have been a possibility.
It's trying to take off. Oh, it might end up going in the tube,
It might.
which is okay if it does.
Can you tilt up with the camera?
Raj. It's totally possible.
Does it give me 30%?
You want
That's pretty
25?
big.
Yeah.
Looks like you're only on 10%.
Okay, bump it up.
Okay, 20. My button did not work.
Might need
5%?
a little more.
Okay, that's 20, 25. I got 25. $30?
Yeah,
Raj,
There it
there we
is.
go.
you got 30.
There's a winner.
Come wide, please. Ooh.
Oh, la la la.
She's
Oh, nice.
juggling.
Good catch.
Okay.
These could actually be benthotheria instead of Palipatides.
It looks more purple.
Tool tray out.
Yeah.
that.
Instead of red, but
Okay.
they're pretty similar.
I just want to make sure I don't bump it into anything.
Or it could also be this.
Come on.
It's
Okay,
like you
go
move
for it.
with the...
Turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, it's off. 0% section.
Go down.
It's like you just want to help push it
Yeah.
in the box.
These ones actually might be the Hansenothuria.
Turn on the suction again.
On section, Raj.
Oh,
Yeah, that
No, 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 no,
hey,
no, no, no.
and
Up,
then
up, up.
there it is.
Okay. You're at 20%. You want off?
Off.
0. You're at 0. You're at 0. I'm sorry if that happened.
Okay.
Good. Oop.
Okay, in the box.
Oh,
Oh.
come on.
A little bit more. I'll give you some suction.
Those are goopy things.
Where is it?
Okay, you're at 25. I'm going down to 20.
Hold on. Hold on.
Your body English.
I know.
Yay.
Going, and I'm going to
Start-
close the tool
Start
tray.
closing. Start closing.
Closing.
Ah, good.
Yeah, dang it.
You have 20% still on.
Good job, you guys.
Okay,
Oh
I'm
man,
sorry.
these guys are really challenging.
That is
Yeah.
a floater. I don't know.
Oh, shucksy.
it's okay.
Should have. Maybe those ones will have to like suck into the jar or something.
Yeah, I think it would have been too big to slurp without destroying it, but
Sure.
that's okay. Yeah, those for some reason those pink ones are
We need
floaters.
to. We need to probably get. Oh, not too bad, I guess. We might show up.
Somewhere, yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, he went off to the port, to the Niskin side.
He's slowly backed up.
Slowly back up, Roger.
Hold on, just let me get my nozzles.
I will wait. Okay.
There we go.
Maybe I'm gonna get. Maybe I should drop one of these guys.
Okay.
Let me get this thing out of the way.
Okay. Taylor Ann, you beat me.
You were more specific with your answer though, so.
Well, we are in the Pacific.
I just got that. Took me a
It's
second.
just subtle.
I didn't get it.
Okay.
Specific Pacific.
Ah.
Okay, back up.
See,
Yeah.
we had our joke
Lodge.
yesterday, or on our last watch.
The humor's in the repetition.
What is that they left? What is that wood
Back
thing
up.
that they're leaving there?
Is that
what-
how humor works?
What is that thing?
What is
Didn't
that?
they just dropped weights,
Oh, they
right?
did weights? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, can't see anything. So.
And I think they're trying to get some close-ups of some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there was a branched, I think it might have been a bamboo coral in the back that they wanted to see.
It said both
Okay.
the branching and
There's
the
a
lilac
crinoid
colony.
again.
Okay. Whereabouts? Take an arrow in the telestrator.
Yeah, do you guys, I think it's above.
Above.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
farther up. There's one right
Yeah,
next.
there was a primnoid in the back that Steve wants to see, I
See it?
think.
Yeah.
I mean, did they want to see this one here?
I think so.
Yeah.
There was another one too farther
Yeah,
back.
there's one back up top
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, right there's that.
There's a sponge off to the left. I'm turning off porch. Okay, video zoom. Sorry, I'll straighten that out.
Going down. Good shot.
But okay, science.
Yeah, Steve, we know we're trying to.
So you're gonna have to refigure out
Also
your
wanted
Z-bias
this,
now.
this one
that
as
we've
well. But we're
Adjusted
gonna go for the back
ballast.
one too.
So you'd be a
Okay.
little more floaty than you were, right?
That little one.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then just try to
right there.
find where that sweet spot is again. But it'll help. This will help when we go to that really steep part again.
Okay.
Catch you up faster and drop those weights.
Okay.
But yeah, let's work your way back towards.
Yeah, is there a way
yeah.
so you can see this one down here?
Yeah. Okay. Can I?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Atalanta stopped.
Okay.
Ship has stopped.
Yep.
Okay. Let's maybe. Would you come from that way, or just straight on, and just not get too close so
What
that
do
you
we-
don't the coral right under the rock.
Yeah, it's
Oh
right
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might kind of come around this way and kind of face
Okay.
up to the slope.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe put the sextant on the engineering computer.
Sure. Oh man, you're asking me to do something.
Still can.
So scientists, I do have questions for you, so you let me know when you're ready.
Top
okay?
row
Yeah,
all the way
let's
to the right
give it a
almost.
second.
Yeah.
Put up there too.
Sure, no problem. Oh, is that what the one we were trying to see, that coral right there?
No,
No.
you want the one down
No.
below.
Oh, on the rock,
There's
the
one
smaller
down
rock.
here.
Okay.
All right, guys, thank you for sending in your questions. Please continue to send them in. We're just currently
Just
trying
stay
to
there.
focus on some samples over here. So we will address your questions once
Video
we're
zoom?
complete with this. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm kind of far away.
Wow. What is that?
Sorry. How's that? You have the captures you need?
I think that's good.
Okay. Come
Yep.
wide.
There was
Thank
another
you,
one they
pilots.
wanted. There was an unbranched coral.
Is that the one up top? Very top there, right there.
I think so.
Is that it?
This one on the rock here?
Well, yeah, these like.
See see that one, just the one on top, right where the lasers are right now.
That's what they want?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Rog. Okay. Video zoom.
Nice.
I've never seen something like that, have I?
What's
Is
on
this
it?
Is
zoanthids
that
again?
zoanthelli?
Oh.
So anthids on a
On a
sponge?
on
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it looks like it.
Whoa.
Okay.
You said zoanthids on a sponge?
I think so.
Yeah, right.
It's like ants on a stick, yum.
Ew.
Isn't that a Chinese dish?
Sorry. It's coming
Ants,
down.
ants on a stick or something like that.
You mean ants on a log like celery?
No, it's
Sorry, come on.
No,
Like the snack?
actual ants on a stick.
Oh,
Is
no.
no.
That's cool.
No, there's a Chinese dish that's something like that.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's good for this area.
Okay. Roger.
Do we want to make a step up
Here.
the cliff now?
Oh, yeah,
No,
Chinese.
let's just wait till we get Herc
Okay.
on the right side of
Nope.
Atlanta. And then we can go nice and slow and get some zooms, and there's be lots to see as we move along.
No, it's ants climbing a tree.
Is
It's a
it?
Chinese dish.
Oh,
Oh, okay, I've got some questions coming
Video
in for
zoom?
you, Rob.
No, I don't think these, I wouldn't call these pillow lavas. A lot of these, what we're
Video
seeing
zoom?
are intrusive dikes and some massive flows. There may be some pillows here and there, but that's not the dominant morphology that I think we're seeing.
Okay, now when you say an intrusive dike,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
There's oftentimes you'll get like pressure of magma down below,
Okay,
and it kind of makes a crack in the overlying rocks, and the
Okay.
melt kind of goes up through it.
ah,
So,
okay, hence like the
it's an
dike
injection.
action.
Yeah, it's an
of-
injection.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
That's nice.
Okay. Come wide. Get out of here. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, a lot of these
Yep.
basalts are very angular, so
Okay.
probably not likely as much of a pillow basalt.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Looks like a lot of this is a debris flow, or just talent.
Okay.
Just give your camera one bump to the left to get rid of the magnum arm there.
To the left.
To the right, sorry. Just no
Yeah,
ROV
left.
arms in camera view.
Okay.
Something red down there.
Yeah, it might be an octocoral.
Oh, did you see one? Right there?
Video zoom.
Yeah, right there.
On that rock there.
Yeah, right there.
Or shrimp, I don't know.
Is it a
No,
shrimp?
it's an octocoral, I think.
no, that's
Oh,
a...
an
Oh, no, it's
octocoral?
not. I don't know.
That's a
Octocoral is a big group of stuff, so
That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little mushroom coral.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Cute.
Cool. Very teeny.
Now, why do these mushroom corals look different than the mushroom corals we see in the shallower regions? Like, I'm imagining our mushroom coral that look like mushrooms. You know, the one that has the, what is it?
Anthomastus.
Oh, like I was thinking of these guys.
come wide.
All right, how do you feel about starting the ship up?
You know,
So I think what I suggest we do is we just do 100-meter steps. And then if Emma, when you getting near to that 100-meter step, like before the ship starts to ramp down, just stop. If we want to go another 100, then just call it and let's do another 100-meter step.
It's just gonna bother me.
Let me
But
catch
I
up.
can't figure it out.
Let me catch up here.
Like, how the heck do I tell the difference between that and...
I can barely hear you. Let's turn you up. Turn pilot up.
No idea.
I have a really good
Didn't I
idea that
choose
you
that?
just inspired, Liz,
Yeah?
looking at this ID guide,
Yeah.
to make an R color palette
Yeah.
out of
Oh.
sea cucumber colors.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
really
That's a
pretty.
100-meter circle you're on there.
Yeah.
That's a 100-meter circle
speaking
you're
of
on there.
sea cucumbers, Liz.
Uh-huh.
When you're ready, we have another question for you.
Sure.
What
Yeah,
does a
but
sea
you know, we
cucumber
can stop the ship anytime, right?
Okay. I'll hold
So
up
just
there
do,
just for
do
a
a 100-meter
second.
step. And then if it's looking steep, you can either stop it or just let it stop at the 100 meters. But if it's looking all right, then you could just ask for another.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, Liz, what does a sea cucumber feel like when it gets to the surface?
Very, very slimy.
There's two of them.
They tend to kind of fall apart and lose all of their structure, and they kind of become a big pile of goo.
Are you guys ready?
Is that for all sea
One second.
cucumbers, or are you noticing the
No,
deep sea guys are more like that compared to the shallower?
Most of the deep sea ones will do that to some extent, but
Okay.
the ones we've been finding here, these genera, they've been doing it more than some of the other ones that I've worked with.
Interesting. Right, you were saying that they have a lot of water,
Yes.
right? They're
I can write on a sticky note. If you want.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is another one here. Are feather stars and crinoids the same thing?
Yeah, feather star is the common name for a crinoid.
Thank you.
It's just like unwinding this at the very end.
We got the
Actually, I'll do 200.
lampophores. The purple org is some type of sea slug. So somebody put in here, Velutinidae. Velutinidae. And then I believe we've collected fish samples. This is my first expedition, so somebody's asked if we've ever collected fish samples before.
From the ROV, I don't think so.
So the other, we push down, locks it
Not
in.
on any
and
cruises
then
that I've been
you
on,
only
I'm
have to
not
do it,
sure,
like,
but
a corner turn.
yeah, I guess it just depends on the research.
And then the other
that,
It's
side.
very,
you know,
very
I feel like
hard
it's
to,
hard to grab a fish, yeah.
if
So
you
if
want
pull it
fish,
up,
there's
you
other
do
ways
it,
to
and
get
walk
them.
in.
Yeah. We have, accidentally had hitchhikers, but
Oh, really?
not that I've seen that we've been able to grab onto a fish.
I
or
would.
anything.
Could you imagine? It's like chasing a chicken or something in the ocean.
I know it happens every once in a
Can I
while,
light 'em and do
but for the
190
most
again?
part, if you're looking to get
Okay.
fish, you're not going to be using
That's
an
not
ROV.
the way. How would you gather fish in this depth?
So if you are after something
Can we
that's
do
a
a quiz
scavenger,
of
you can put out a baited
190
trap,
at 0.2 knots
and
for
then they,
100
you know,
meters?
they get trapped.
Right.
Otherwise, you can
Thank
do a
you.
trawl.
Oh.
Either a bottom
Yeah.
trawl, or if you're in the
Sure.
midwater trawl.
Okay, so much of the fisheries practices you would implement
Yes.
to gather fish. That would make sense.
Or dynamite.
Oh, no
No,
dynamite.
we don't do that.
No, no, no.
So this is where you want to, while we're waiting, this is where you want to just like
Gosh, that
cruise
just took
along.
me to a bunch of movies from
Kind
the
of go back and
70s.
forth, find some things to look at, take some
Visuals.
photos.
That might be
Make
that
a
might be
pretty
how
video.
geologists do things. It's not how we do it.
I do have a trivia question that came in regards to the cusk eel. Are they true eels?
No, they have fins. If you look
Oh.
at them, you can see they do have a couple of small fins. And true eels actually don't have any fins at all.
I was just going to ask, would that be a defining characteristic?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, crinoid, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
It's a pretty
crinoids.
color.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, it is pretty.
Video zoom.